WGPR Detroit HD2.
You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit. The views and opinions expressed on the following show are not necessarily the views and opinions of WHPS, its affiliates, management, or sponsors.
Welcome to the Btg Morning Show. I apologize about that. It is awesome to be here this morning. I am your host, Keisha B, and today is going to be a great day. I am excited. I first got to say thank you, Lord, for allowing me to be here this morning. Man, it's just been a wonderful morning thus far. I pray that you guys are having a great morning as well. Today is going to be a good day. Today I have a guest in studio that will be discussing insurance. So we're going to talk about the importance of insurance today. And there's different types of insurances, and we're going to go through that. But first off, what I would like for you to do is grab a pen and paper, because a lot of people reached out to me in regards to the different resources that I gave. So I want to be able to give that information back to you guys once again. So grab a pen and piece of paper, and we're going to get started on some of these resources. So upcoming events for the Career Expo, November 30th, 2021, from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. They have about 250 job openings available. That workshop is going to be located at Best Western Premier, 26555 Telegraph Road, Southfield, Michigan. Again, that's November 30th, 2021, from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Located at Best Western Premier, 26555 Telegraph Road in Southfield, Michigan. They're going to have one on December 15th as well. 250 job openings available. You can also check out jobfairgiant.com for more details, okay? The next one, we have Wayne County Treasurer's Office. They have it where it's open by appointment to make appointments for payment plans, deed certifications, pay-as-you-stay transactions for your taxes. So please wear your mask when visiting, and office hours are from Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can call 313-224-5990. This is for the veterans, okay? They have a virtual job and resource fair that will be held November 18th, 2020. You can join via Zoom or you can call in. On that day, we have from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The call-in number is 215-446-3657. The conference code is 445666. Now, again, this is for the veterans. This is Virtual Job and Resource Fair. So this year's event will focus on jobs and employment issues. The job fair will be from 1 to 4 p.m. and the meeting will be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So if you're able to join, please do so. This is for those who need rent and utility assistance. Now, there's two organizations that I'm going to give you information on. So the first organization is for those that are located in Detroit, Hamtramck, and Highland Park. You have the Detroit Eviction Helpline. Okay, so the Detroit Eviction Helpline can be reached at 866-313-2520. and they can also be reached online at detroitevictionhelp.org. So you can talk to the local housing assessment and resource agency. They are offering rental assistance up to 12 months of back and 3 months of future rent, and utility assistance, which includes water, heat, electricity, and sewer. They also have free legal representation available as well. The next organization that's assisting with rent and mortgage assistance, this is for non-Detroit Wayne County residents only. This is through Matric Human Services. So for Matric Human Services, they're providing assistance up to $1,000. So this is completely different from the SURA application. So through this program, you have to have required documents for rent, which would be your dated and signed lease completed with all pages, and a landlord letter with the client's name and address, move-in date, the specific month being covered, and monthly rent amount and due date. If you have a mortgage, they're asking for the mortgage statement, the coupon, or letter from the mortgager showing the client's name and address, name, account number, monthly amount of principal and interest, and the amount outstanding at the time of payment. My apologies. So you can register for this through matrichumanservices.org. So again, this program is completely different from the SARA program. Next, if you have legal issues, okay, so you have Lakeshore Legal Aid, which is providing free legal help. Now, the legal help that they offer is for whether it's for divorce, custody, parenting time support, guardianship, eviction defense, tenants rights, land contract forfeiture, utility shutoffs. So they're helping with numerous issues, okay? So their number is 888-783-8190. They can be reached Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Friday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Again, that is the Lakeshore Legal Aid. Free legal help. Now, this is for low-income people and seniors 60 and over. Next, this is for the city of Detroit. So they're offering Help Kitchen is offering free meals. Brilliant Detroit is partnering with Help Kitchen, which is a nonprofit to help families in need of a meal. You must complete all 3 steps below. So first, you must text the word food to 313-488-4321 to request a meal. So again, you have to text the word food to 313-488-4321 to request a meal. Step number 2, you will be linked to a nearby restaurant and given a choice of dates and times to pick up your meals. And step 3, which is don't skip this step, but you have to make sure to answer each text. You will receive a confirmation text with your pickup location when your order is complete, and you must confirm your order before you pick up your food. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to the support line for Help Kitchen, which is 313-425-7456. There is a community closet. So the Detroit Police Department 6th Precinct has a community closet, which is now open and available. Assistance scheduling appointment. Appointment times will be on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It is located at the 6th Precinct, which is at 11450 Warwick in Detroit, Michigan, 48228. And they can be reached by phone at 313-596-5600. So they have food. They also have clothing available as well. Now, this is for those who had questions in regards to the education portion that I went over last week. So Detroit Reconnect. This is the time to get back to college if you've ever wanted to get your college degree. And they are assisting Detroiters with doing so, and they're providing financial aid support. So you can actually get help by calling 734-210-1003 or M. Cyrus, which is Michelle Cyrus, M. Cyrus, Cyrus, at DetroitChamber.com. Now, this is by the Detroit Regional Chamber. They are providing, again, the opportunity for you to reconnect to go to college and providing assistance in doing so. So those were the community resources that I have available. They will be posted on the BTG Morning Show Facebook page. So if you're not, you can follow the BTG Morning Show Facebook page, and you can get all the information that is talked about today on that page itself. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go straight into our commercial break, and when we come back, I have Ms. Rosemary in the building, which is the owner and founder of Sharp and Associates Insurance Agency, and we're going to have a discussion in regards to insurance and the importance of insurance. So we will be right back after this.
I think Wayne County Community College District is the perfect place for any student.
We are all a big melting pot and sharing different experiences.
Everyone was like really friendly, and they're like giving you their time. I know someone here will always be there to support me.
Arminalda Carrick, Bosnia.
Sandra Gonzalez, Mexico.
Minhas Jakia, Bangladesh.
Dennis Carrick, Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Can I ask you a question? Why do you want to get the COVID-19 vaccine?
I don't like getting sick. The virus will die. It will be easy to not catch it. Keep my family safe and keep playing soccer. Because I love being vaccinated.
What's your hope for everyone?
I hope everybody gets the vaccine to keep safe and strong. Be like happy, having fun everywhere. Everyone stay safe and hope you get the vaccine.
I'm Wayne County Treasurer Eric Sabri, encouraging all taxpayers to please take advantage of the several payment options available.
You can pay online by visiting the Wayne County Treasurer's Office website. Paying online is easy and convenient.
You can also download the mobile app and pay with your smartphone.
You can pay at one of 70 kiosks located throughout Wayne County.
And yes, you can always still send in your payments using the U.S. Postal Service.
If you have to visit our office in person, you must make an appointment by going to treasurer.waynecounty.com. It only takes a few minutes. Facial covering or mask is required and social distancing is observed. Your health and safety is very important to us. You can also email our office at taxinfo@waynecounty.com or call us at 313-224-5990.
In the world of digital broadcasting, transmitters and exciters sometimes do this. If this happens when you're watching WHPR TV 33, please do this. Watch us on Fire Stick, Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, or TV33WHPR.com. Download the WHPR TV app, and we can also be heard on Amazon Echo. So remember, if you see this, you can do this and support the station that supports you.
Good morning and welcome back to the BTG Morning Show. I am your host, Keisha B, and today I have in studio Ms. Rosemary Moore, the owner and founder of Sharp and Associates Insurance Agency, and we are going to discuss the importance of insurance. But it's a needed conversation, and most people don't have these conversations, nor do they have anyone that they could talk to in regards to that. So I'm happy to have you. It's a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. So, Ms. Rosemary, how did you actually get started in insurance?
Well, the interesting thing is it wasn't my career path that I had chosen. After graduating from college, I thought, I got to find a job. I don't know what I really want to do. And so a friend of mine said, hey, my company is hiring. It's an insurance company. You want to interview? And I said, okay, well, I'll do that until I find something else to do. And here I am 28 years later, still in the insurance industry. I actually found a passion for it because there's a huge component of helping people, and that's really what I'm passionate about. And so that's how I ended up in the insurance industry.
Oh, wow. Okay. So it wasn't something that you was looking for.
No.
So what led you to start your own agency?
Well, what I found is in the African American community, there are so many people that are underserved when it comes to insurance. And a lot of people buy insurance because they feel like they have to have it as far as driving a car, but they don't necessarily like to purchase insurance. And so I, understood that people didn't really understand what they were purchasing when they were purchasing insurance and how it protects their assets and protects their ability to earn an income. And so I said, okay, you know what? There's kind of a knowledge gap here in the community. So let me try and start my own agency. After about 15, 20 years in the industry, working with various insurance carriers, I felt I had gained enough knowledge to open my own agency and open it in the city of Detroit so that we could help people in urban communities get a better understanding of insurance and why it's important.
That's awesome. So would you say that's what sets your company different from everyone else?
Yes, because a lot of people look at insurance as far as a commodity. They just sell it based on price. But a huge component of my agency is to educate the community and educate the consumer as far as what it actually covers, how it is protecting them. A lot of people just look at, just give me the lowest price. And they don't really understand, what kind of protection it's providing for them and for their families. And so that's why I wanted to start my own agencies to make sure that people in urban areas and in the greater Detroit area really understood what it was they were purchasing when they purchased insurance.
That's great. So insurance, so in your opinion, insurance really is a necessity and it matters?
Absolutely. What I found throughout my career is insurance is used for a variety of reasons. One being insurance in a lot of cases is used to build wealth and pass on wealth to generations to come. And a lot of people don't understand that or don't have the knowledge that their insurance can solve a lot of issues as far as passing on assets. As untaxed as well, when we speak in terms of life insurance.
Okay.
Proceeds from life insurance are not taxable, and they can be passed on from generation to generation to help continue to build wealth. So insurance is very, very important.
So wealth was the biggest thing, because I know that is one of the caveats to wealth.
Sure.
Right. So for those that's watching who doesn't necessarily understand that, how is it that insurance can actually build wealth? How is it that we're able to use insurance as a leverage for us so that we can have that type of influence for, our own? So say, for instance, my own son, how would I set myself up to pass on wealth? Because that's what I want to do. I don't want to see my son struggle if something happens to me. I don't want to have my son worry about, how things are going to get paid, how he's going to go to school, how,
Sure.
The house, the car, those things are they're important, but I don't want it to be a liability unto him.
Sure. So in the event of someone's passing, there are a lot of things that are left untaken care of as far as if there are bills, if there are things as far as, children that are still school age. In those cases, life insurance will help to cover those expenses. And then also to pay for, college. Also, you can use life insurance depending upon which product you purchase.
Okay.
It builds cash value.
Okay.
And so over time, I know a lot of grandparents will do that for their grandchildren as a gift for Christmas or, just when they're infants. And I tell people all the time, life insurance is never going to be cheaper than it is today, no matter what. And so as we age, sometimes our health changes.
Right.
And sometimes our situations change, and it can become cost prohibitive if you wait until you're older and you've developed some health issues, because as you age, the more expensive it becomes.
Okay.
And unfortunately, a lot of people don't reach out until there's an illness or until someone is terminally ill and they have a lifespan of 6 months to 2 years.
Yeah. That's, that scare comes in. And so it
Right.
kind of is like, uh-oh.
Right. And you know what? The thing is, a lot of agents and brokers sell using scare tactics. My thing is to educate people so that you're able to make an informed decision, so that you don't have to be fearful. So if you get the information, and knowledge is power.
Right.
And the Bible says that my people perish for their lack of knowledge. And so, a lot of times we do seminars in the community to make the community aware of how life insurance works, how it can help them to build a legacy and pass it on for future generations. And so there's been a challenge in the community with people actually coming to get that information, because they don't really come to get it until they feel like they need it.
Yeah. I mean, when you think about it, it's kind of scary, because, it's like, man, I got to have this in case something happens to me. But you never want to think about that. You never want to think about, you not being here anymore. So I believe that it's kind of always a kind of standoffish kind of conversation. But it's important for people to have, especially in their home. So what type of insurance does your agency provide? Is it just life insurance?
No, we're a multi-service insurance agency. We sell auto, home, life. We also work with several business owners here in the community to insure their businesses. We also do disability for those business owners who, God forbid something happens to you and you no longer can work. Disability insurance allows them to continue to have a source of income.
Oh, wow.
And especially a lot of small business owners don't think of that. They'll protect, their building, their equipment, but they don't protect their ability to earn an income, which is vitally important. Which also, when you think in terms of that, if you stop working, then whoever you're taking care of and your bills, those kind of things, when we're talking about passing along a legacy, if you as a business owner can no longer work, then that business sometimes will shut down.
Wow. It's never thought about like that.
No, because we always think about protecting those tangible things as far as the equipment and our cars and the buildings, but we've also got to protect our ability to earn an income as a business owner.
So for those who own a business, so is there just one type of insurance that you get to protect your business and yourself, or is it multiple different types of policies? I'm sorry. Yeah. I was like, wait a minute. Let me gather my thought. My bad, y'all.
There are multiple types of policies, just depending upon what the business's specific needs are. There are business owners policy, which is kind of a package policy, which gives you coverage for a building, your equipment, if there are vehicles that need to be insured. So there's several things just depending upon what the business needs. And so I take a customized approach when meeting with clients, because there is no one cookie cutter approach that you can take. So I try to get to know that business, what their needs are, what they're trying to achieve in their business, and help them to grow and scale using insurance.
That's awesome. Man, if y'all are not getting anything, man, you got to reach out to Ms. Rosemary. I mean, she's a wealth of knowledge, especially when it comes to insurance. So it's a pleasure of having her here. So what type of insurances are there that some people might not know about or think about? For instance, say for instance, well, I don't know the actual statistics, but there's a lot of people that go into home care or need home care. Absolutely. Is there insurance for something like that, or what other types of insurance are there?
Yeah, there's a couple of different things. There is long-term care insurance. A lot of times families will say, well, we don't want mom or dad to have to go into a nursing home.
Okay.
Home care insurance can help that senior to age in place, which means they don't have to go into a facility. So it'll pay for someone to come in to provide that care. And so the generation now, they're called the sandwich generation.
Okay.
Because there are a lot of people in their 50s and 60s are now taking care of their parents. But they're still of working age, and so they've got to work, and they need someone to take care of mom and dad while they're working.
Right.
And then they also have school-age children, so they're sandwiched between two generations. Their elders and then their children that they're caring for. And so long-term care insurance can help provide what they call respite care. So if someone needs to work and they need someone to take care of mom and dad while they're doing that, or if they need to run errands or do a variety of different things, long-term care insurance will help that parent or that elderly person, or not all the time an elderly person, it could be a young person who sustained an injury or has become disabled. So
Okay.
it's not always an elderly person.
Wow.
And like I spoke about life insurance, long-term care is never going to be cheaper than it is today. Because as you age, insurance, the cost of it goes up. And so long-term care as well as home care, which you mentioned. Now, the difference between the two is home care is just going to provide services like cooking, cleaning, those things inside the home.
Okay.
Long-term care insurance will pay for either that parent to stay in the home or go into a facility. A lot of people, when they have to go into a facility, they're always worried about, am I going to go into a facility that's going to provide quality care? Long-term care insurance helps you to make those decisions. You have options. It gives you a lot more options. Versus having to just rely on the state, because in that case you don't have an option.
Right.
You have to only go to those state funded facilities, which sometimes may not be the best option for you.
Wow. That's a lot. That's a lot. But those are things that we don't think about,
Absolutely.
So those type of policies, are those pretty expensive? Or I know you said that the best time is now as far as the long-term care, but are they typically expensive? Or because it's just a matter of, a lot of seniors and a lot of people who look towards insurance are on fixed income sometimes. And so it may be things that they need, but can they really afford it?
Well, the optimal time to purchase long-term care insurance is when you are in your working age. I would say
Gotcha.
between 45 and 60 to 62, that's going to be the best time to purchase long-term care insurance, because as you age, again, it does get more expensive and it can be cost prohibitive because, I tell people all the time, insurance companies are not in the business of purchasing claims. And so when someone goes on long-term care insurance or goes, into retirement, their income tends to be less than when they were working.
Right.
And they're now of age, and so it's more expensive. So it can be expensive, but if you purchase it when you're younger, then it's affordable. And
Okay.
for those people who may be thinking in terms of, okay, well, I am a senior, I didn't even know this type of insurance existed, there are other options such as some home care plans that are very affordable.
Okay. Wow. So a lot of information. I hope that you guys are receiving it. If you don't already have your pen and paper, you probably should have it by now. It's a lot of good information. We are going to take a quick commercial break. And when we return, we will still have Ms. Moore here, and we're going to go dive a little bit deeper into the life insurance portion. I have some questions. So we'll be right back after this.
Now that the vaccine is available for children 5 and up, why do you recommend it?
Kids are part of the community and they can spread COVID.
We're seeing both healthy children getting sick from the virus as well as children with underlying health conditions.
They can easily bring the virus home to other people that are vulnerable and make them sick as well.
This vaccine can change that and keep children safe.
It's essential that your children get vaccinated to protect them, to protect your families, and to protect those in the community around you.
LaWanda.
This is R.J. Watkins.
Coming to you to bring you some information about the #1 detox in the nation, Lemon Burn. Lemon Burn helps to turn the fat into fit. It's for you, a happier, healthier you. Because you know healthy is the new beautiful. An all-natural way to improve your health. It promotes a healthy digestive system, attacks and reduces belly fat, as well as gives you energy. Need to get yours today. Call 313-868-6612.
Don't forget to exercise and eat right.
I'm joined today by Maureen Taylor and Louis Pisker to let you know about a new financial empowerment center located in the Wayne County Treasurer's Office.
Do you know someone, family or friends, that need help with finances? Do you know people having trouble making ends meet, especially with property taxes or other payments? The Detroit Financial Empowerment Center can help. Treasurer Sabri invites you to visit the new Financial Empowerment Center, 400 Monroe, on the 5th floor in downtown Detroit.
We've partnered with the Wayne County Treasurer's Office and the City of Detroit to provide free one-on-one financial counseling to help you address problems related to utility bills, property or income taxes, credit repair, and other financial matters. Our professional counselors can also help you plan your monthly budget and increase your credit score.
This service is available to all Wayne County residents. For free and private financial counseling, contact the center at 313-322-6222 and make an appointment today.
To the BTG Morning Show. I am your host, Keisha B, and we have in studio Miss Rosemary Moore of Sharp & Associates Insurance Agency. We are discussing today the importance of insurance, and it's been an incredible show thus far. Miss Rosemary is a wealth of knowledge, and she has been informing me about insurance, and I'm hoping that you guys are being informed as well. So to get back into insurance, we were talking about different policies, and there was something that sparked. So let me ask you this. So say, for instance, if I am I work somewhere, and I've been working there 20 years, and I have like life insurance through them. I have my medical through them. I have all my insurance through them. If I retire or if I leave the company, will my policies be able to be rolled over? Do I keep them? Should I, what should be my step? What should be my process? Because I've had an uncle, I've had an aunt, matter of fact, who passed, and we thought she had insurance, but she was still working at the company when she passed, though. So we thought she had insurance. We called the job. Come to find out, it was accidental insurance only. And so we're thinking we would be okay, but it turned out to be accidental. She passed of health issues. So how do we protect ourselves even when we're working for someone and we're thinking about leaving or retiring?
Okay, very good question. Thank you for asking that. Because a lot of people are under the false knowledge that their life insurance is going to travel with them when they leave that employer. And in a lot of cases, it does not. I have had people throughout the years, when I offer them life insurance, who will say, well, I have it through my job, so I'm fine. Unfortunately, when they retire, in some cases, that insurance does not travel with them. Okay. So a lot of people will have, God forbid, sometimes they have accidents after they've retired, and they assume that insurance has traveled with them, and it didn't. And unfortunately, the family, had a crisis because they didn't know how they were going to pay for burial expenses. Wow.
So not all policies follow majority, right? So
correct.
If you have a policy through work, it's good, but you want to, I would say, add on.
Absolutely. And the reason you want to do that is because, let's say you're working. Sometimes people, while they're in their working years, they develop an illness, they get sick, and they're out for a prolonged period of time. That employer, in a lot of cases, will have to replace you. And depending upon the length of your absence from work, you may actually lose your employment. And once you lose your employment, that life insurance is not going to travel with you. And so now you have an injury or you have an illness, and later on you need life insurance, and you thought your insurance from the employer was going to travel with you. And because you are no longer with that employer, you no longer have life insurance. So it's very important that you get some insurance that can travel with you through every phase of life, whether you're employed, unemployed. And again, the younger you get the insurance, the cheaper it's going to be. If you wait until after you have an illness or you're separated from your employer, then it's more expensive due to injury or due to illness.
So would that be the same? So, for instance, with the medical, and you leave or you retire, how does that transition work as well? Should we have additional medical, or should we have just keep the medical through the job, and then when we leave or retire, then change medical? Like, how does that work? Does that work the same way, in your opinion?
So now with medical insurance, you really only need that one plan while you're working. There are some supplemental insurance plans that you can purchase, such as hospital indemnity plan, to help fill in the gaps. And most hospital indemnity plans really do help with those co-pays and deductibles that we're all responsible for. Great thing about a hospital indemnity plan is that it pays in addition to any other insurance that you have, and then it also pays cash directly to you, which is very valuable. So you can use that money. So if you have a family member who needs to help, who need to provide care for you while you're convalescing, while you're getting better, that will help to fill in the gaps as well, because you can use a hospital indemnity plan to pay your current bills. You can also use it to pay, hospital co-pays and doctor's fees. A lot of people aren't aware of the additional fees that come along with a person who is ill. Yes, your medical insurance will pay for your medical bills, but there's always co-pays, there's always deductibles. And sometimes people don't think about, if you're traveling, you get sick, or you are involved in an accident and you are, away from home. Sometimes a family member will have to come there to see about you, which means they're taking time away from work. A hospital indemnity plan can help, provide that income to pay their bills while they're there caring for you.
Wow.
And a lot of people don't think about that.
I heard everything you said, but I heard pay you.
Exactly.
You said they pay me instead of the company, the hospital, the bills. They pay me instead, huh?
That cash comes directly to you. And you choose what you want to do with it.
And that's the hospital indemnity plan.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now, y'all pay attention, please. I hope you guys are paying attention to this, because this is good information. So we talked about life insurance as well. So I know that there's like different types of life insurance, right? So we have the term insurance, we have the whole life insurance, universal policies.
Yes.
I feel like I'm missing some, but so the main ones that I run into a lot are the term and the whole life. Yes. Can you explain the difference between the two?
Sure. With a term policy, it is for a certain term, as the word term. So 10-year, 20-year, 30-year term, and it does not build any cash value. Once that term is up, then the insurance ceases to exist. Ooh. It is the most affordable form of insurance, though, of life insurance, is a term policy.
Okay, so the term policy is, I guess, is the most less expensive than the other, right?
Yes, that's correct.
So no cash value, but so is those the commercials that I see all the time that be like, get $1 million for like $50 a month or something like that? But it's typically, I know I called on one. I don't know about you guys, but I called on one, and they said it was $1 million for like $50, but it was like a 5-year term. And I'm like, really? So, what about the commercials? How cautious do we need to be in regards to those commercials? Because we can get, I know there's a lot of people that can get confused, that see these different policies on TV and, like, for instance, Colonial Penn, you know, like that one there always confuses me because it's per unit, right?
Right.
So I guess each insurance company is different, but how would you help those who watches those commercials to differentiate what's best for them and what isn't?
Well, I can't speak in terms of Colonial Penn because that's not one of the carriers that I work with. But I will say this. It's always good to have somebody that you can develop a relationship with that can sit across the kitchen table with you and explain in detail what that particular plan is.
Okay.
Because a lot of times when you are handling life insurance via phone, you know, they're giving you information, but it's good to be able to see something in black and white.
Right.
And it's good to be able to actually review that insurance contract to see what the exclusions are, if it's term or if it's whole life. Because in a lot of cases, you know, when you see something like $50 a month for $1 million, 9 times out of 10, it's a term policy.
I mean, it was
And
a
it's
little
not
too good
going to
to
be
true.
for a very long term. So
It seemed a little too good to be true. That's why I had to call.
Okay.
But so whole life, how would you describe whole life then in comparison to term?
Whole life, as the term whole life, will take you throughout your whole life. So in comparison to a term policy, like I said, after that 10, 20, or 30 years is up, then you don't have any more insurance.
Okay.
So the whole life is also going to build cash value, which you can borrow against that cash value. You know, if you have, you know, you need repairs to your home, if you need, you know, if you're sending a child off to college, you can borrow against that policy. Now, that is not something that we recommend because in times past, what we found is when people borrow against the cash value, it does reduce the death benefit that is paid out to your beneficiaries.
Okay.
So you have to be cautious of that. Use the right way. That cash value can be a valuable financial tool. However, there are other policies, there are other tools that you can use to build wealth and things like that.
Okay. So again, the whole life, you keep talking wealth, and that's my go-to right now because I'm trying to build wealth. So if I was to do a whole life policy, and is it okay to like merge the two, like have a whole life and have a term, or would it be better like universal policies? So I know universal is kind of like a hybrid, so to speak. Is those type of policies great policies to have, or are universal policies easier to have when you're younger? Or do you get it when, you know, you're in that perfect age from 40 to 50? Or, you know, when is the perfect time to actually dive into something like that?
Well, a universal life, like you said, it's a hybrid. And so it just depends on what your specific needs are and what it is you're trying to achieve.
Okay.
I have some clients that are in their young earning years. And so sometimes I'll talk to them about a universal life, and sometimes I'll talk to them about a term. To give you an example, I have a young couple who I recently provided life insurance for. They have a child who is 5 years old. So what we did, we customized a couple of different plans for them.
Okay.
So because they have a 5-year-old, we did a $250,000 policy, which was a 30-year term. So what they're doing is they're protecting their 5-year-old daughter during their earning years and throughout the time where she would be in school and if she needed to go to college. So if something happened to mom or dad, you know, while she's still of school age, there's enough money there in that policy to take her into adulthood and get her started off to a good start in life.
Wow, that's a good
And
idea.
we partnered that with a universal life, which provided a permanent product for them. So once the daughter is in college and has graduated and is well into her career, so now she's able to get her own life insurance at this point. So now mom and dad's worry as far as the protection of making sure that their daughter's taken care of in the event something happens to them, now that universal life policy will just cover them for their needs, their burial needs, from that time until, they pass away.
Wow. I never thought about that. That's a good one. To have that term policy and then back it up with something else. So that's good.
Well, and not only for death, life insurance can be used to protect your home as well. So some people, let's say they have a home, they have a mortgage on. In the event of, their passing, they want that family home to stay in the family. And so a lot of people will purchase a term policy, a 30-year term, to protect a 30-year mortgage, so that in the event something happens to them, the family doesn't have to be displaced. Wow. I see this a lot where either mom or dad become ill, or due to an accident, they pass away. Well, it was a 2-income family household. Okay. And now one of those incomes is gone, and so sometimes the family becomes displaced because of that, because they can no longer afford to stay in the household that they were living in. And so a lot of people will use a term policy to protect that mortgage.
Wow. So there's a lot of uses for life insurance.
Absolutely.
That's incredible.
Yeah, people always think in terms of it's just for death, but life insurance can be used for a multitude of protections.
Wow. So we are going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to just dive just a tad bit deeper before it's time to go. So this is the BTG Morning Show. I am your host, Keisha B, and we will be right back after this.
Can I ask you a question? Why do you want to get the COVID-19 vaccine?
I don't like getting sick. The virus will die. It will be easy to not catch it. Keep my family safe and keep playing soccer because I love being vaccinated.
What's your hope for everyone?
I hope everybody gets the vaccine to keep safe and strong. Be happy, having fun everywhere. Everyone stay safe and hope you get the vaccine.
I'm Wayne County Treasurer Eric Sabri, encouraging all taxpayers to please take advantage of the several payment options available.
You can pay online by visiting the Wayne County Treasurer's Office website. Paying online is easy and convenient.
You can also download the mobile app and pay with your smartphone.
You can pay at one of 70 kiosks located throughout Wayne County.
And yes, you can always still send in your payments using the U.S. Postal Service.
If you have to visit our office in person, you must make an appointment by going to treasurer.waynecounty.com. It only takes a few minutes. Facial covering or mask is required and social distancing is observed. Your health and safety is very important to us. You can also email our office at taxinfo@waynecounty.com or call us at 313-224-5990.
Justice for Mario Willis. Truth. Facts. Evidence. Mattered. Log into justiceformariowillis.com. Read for yourself.
We at Watkins Broadcasting care about the health and safety of our viewers and listeners. During this novel coronavirus pandemic, please protect yourself and others. Wash your hands well and often. Avoid touching your face. Cough and sneeze into your sleeve. Practice social distancing. Stay at least 6 feet away from others when in public and only leave the house when it's essential. Stay safe. You are important to us.
The environment is so friendly. Always feel like home.
We have so much support from the staff. You meet people who are like you.
I always had a passion to help others, so this is the perfect place for me.
Yana Afritu Bichao, Flora Kiwang Cameroon,
Maklit Shonga, Ethiopia.
Javed Khan, Bangladesh.
Dennis Carrick, Bosnia and Herzegovina.
They give you what you need for the future.
Welcome back to the BTG Morning Show. I am your host, Keisha B, and I have Ms. Rosemary Moore from the Sharp & Associates Insurance Agency in studio, and we have been discussing insurance and the necessity of insurance and the different types of insurance and what you can do with insurance and how you can build wealth from insurance. So if you haven't been tuning in, I am so sorry. I will repost this video on the BTG Morning Show Facebook page so you guys can watch it later. But it's been a lot of good information that has been going forth. And Ms. Rosemary, insurance is a topic that can be taught on forever, it seems like, because it's so much, it's so complex. But is there anything specific that you want people to know in regards to insurance?
Sure. As you stated, insurance is very complex, and people tend to purchase insurance as a commodity and are not really familiar with what it is they're purchasing and how it can be used as a tool to build wealth and to protect current assets and to help take care of future generations to come. So what I would say with regard to what people really should know, get with a knowledgeable insurance agent or broker whom you can build a relationship with, who will follow you all the way through life's phases. Make sure that you're shopping or work with someone who not only represents one company, but who represent a lot of different companies, such as myself. We're independent at Sharp & Associates Insurance Agency, which means we represent well over 35 different companies. So we're able to shop and get the most affordable rate, but then also something that's very comprehensive to cover whatever those insurance needs are.
Okay, so is that 35 all inclusive? Like, because I know that you guys do auto, life, home, dental, vision. Jesus. You guys cover the entire spectrum. So having that, working with those companies, you have a vast variety that you can choose from. So is it 35 like all inclusive for all the different products that you offer?
Well, if we mention all the different products that we offer, we would be well over probably 55, 60 carriers.
Oh, wow.
And not only are we operating here in the greater Detroit area, but we're licensed in 21 states across the United States. So if you have family members or, friends who are in other states who need someone to help them to navigate the insurance process and the different products that are offered, we're able to help in several states throughout the country.
That's awesome. That is amazing. So for those that's watching, how would they get in contact with you to be able to talk to you about insurance?
Sure. They can reach us by phone, area code 248-573-0123. They can reach us on the web at www.sharp, that's sharp with an E, SHARPE -insurance.com. Again, that's sharp-insurance.com. You can also reach us on Facebook as well as Twitter and Instagram.
That's awesome. This has been very informative. This is just great. We're going to have Ms. Rosemary back on at a later date. I will be posting that information as well because we need to go a little further, if you don't mind, to kind of really talk about wealth building and how we can change the trajectory of our family dynamic. And I think that would be a great conversation to have. I think it would be necessary for those that are watching, especially here in the city of Detroit. And it's greatly appreciated that you were able to make it this morning. I know it was kind of early because it's early for me, but it's okay. You guys have been watching the BTG Morning Show. I am your host, Keisha B. It has been a pleasure this morning. Again, if you are not following us on Facebook, please do so. You can search the BTG Morning Show on Facebook. Everything that was discussed today, information of Miss Rosemary will be on the site, as well as the resources that were talked about this morning. If you missed the resources, again, they will be posted on the BTG Morning website, and also I will be posting them on the Simply Keisha B website as well, so you can check it out there. It has been a wonderful morning thus far. I hope that you guys are having a blessed morning as well, and I hope that this information carries you into the rest of your day. Again, thank you, Miss Rosemary, for joining me. It was awesome.
It's been my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
No problem. And again, it's your host, Keisha B, and we are out for the day, and I will see you next Monday at 8 a.m. Have a blessed morning.